Alright, what's going on, guys? This is a video response. I saw a couple people do it. Crow and a couple other guys. Atari Leaf, I believe, started it. Basically, it's about the collection. There's a couple questions here. The first one was, have you ever had a collection before, started a collection, and sold it, got rid of it? No, I've been collecting my whole life. Games I have, from the point that I started collecting and making it a solid collection, I have not gotten rid of anything that was part of the collection. There have been times where I've had games I've sold. Even when I bought my TurboGrafx, I had sold Devil's Crush when it was ridiculously high back in 2004. It was selling, there were times on eBay when that game was selling for $40 to $70, and I remember I sold that. But, you know, I really wasn't focused on it as a collection then. It was just, you know, I have these games. So, you know, no, I haven't sold a collection. Now, the second question was, I have to look at it. Do you ever see yourself getting rid of your entire collection again, or in the future? No, not really. I'm actually looking at ways to preserve it, to make it last as long as it possibly can. I come from, have my family's cabinet builder, so I'll be talking to my uncle about how can we build something, what can we build here when I get my collection done that'll be able to display everything, how should we build this shelf, cabinet, whatever. So I am looking at getting storage for these items too, once my collections get big and to a certain point. So no, I don't plan. Also the question goes on to say, things could change in the future. No matter what changes in the future, I'm going to make sure I keep all of these games, period. I'm loyal to these games, they're not going anywhere. I'll go down if it comes to that. I won't stand here in a fire while they're burning, but if somebody's going to, you know, if there's a war and my games are in the middle of it, you know, I'm going to hold them down. So, which do you enjoy more, having the collection or simply the collecting of it? I like everything about it. And it works great too, because the collecting satisfies certain urges in my life. While at the same time, I do it to have the games. One, because I've always wanted video games. And two, you know, I like to have the games, I like to play the games. I don't just collect them, I get in them, I play them, I master them. Of course, not everyone, that's, you know, I don't have that much time on free time on my hands, but I do play the games. You know, I collect them. I enjoy hunting for them. I enjoy buying them. I enjoy spending money on them. I enjoy trading them. I enjoy giving them away. Just everything. And as long as it has to do with video games, I'm cool. So you know, I do it just for the love of gaming. But yeah, I'll take everything that comes with it. None of it's negative to me. It's all positive, and it's all entertainment. So none of it's work whatsoever. Even cleaning this stuff and bagging them, hours of work, you know, that's not work to me. It's all fun. Any excuse to be around the games, right? All right, now we get to the most important question, which I've been working on all day. Is fourth question is, have you planned on taking insurance out? Have you taken insurance out in your collection? Okay. Talked to my insurance agent this morning. He works for one of the bigger insurance companies out there. I don't want to say who. He's actually a broker, so he can go through anybody. He's never heard of video game insuring. I know it exists. I know people who have. Now let me tell you a little bit of probably what those people have gone through. First of all, if it's anything from the past, you better have receipts that showed when you bought it, where you bought it. Having a stack of games and having a receipt for it that said you bought that at Goodwill for $4 or $5 doesn't count. New stuff is great. Keep your receipt for your PS3, keep your receipt for your HD TV. It'll be so easy to get the money back for those things, so easy to insure them as long as you have the receipts for that stuff. I have the receipts for everything that I've bought since 2002 or 3, including my projection, which has gone up in value, you know, my new HD TV, anything that I've spent quite a bit of money on, my PS3, my Wii, just everything I have receipts for, and those are all in my safe. So, including all my Goodwill receipts for what that's worth, nothing. But you know, every receipt that I've spent that I bought recently, I have. Now, here's how you would go about getting something like this insured. One, you can insure computer products, stuff like that. You can say this stuff is computer stuff, but then you're gonna be risking loopholes and stuff. If you want to officially insure your collection, I would advise to go out there, find somebody who has, that you know has legitimately insured their collector, specifically their video game collections, not electronics in their house, not computers in their house, but games. That being said, my insurance broker, who's in his late 60s, he's been insuring people a lot. He's never had anybody ask him, hey, I've got a video game collection. I even asked him, well, have you had anybody try to insure collections, like record collections? He says people have had in the past, and once they realize that they have to get somebody over there to appraise each individual item, which is almost impossible nowadays, they usually give up. So, like he said, people have insurance, people take out insurance on their car collections and things like that. That's easy. You get the money back for what your car is worth. If you put things into that car, you put time and effort into that car, you're not getting anything back for that. You're not getting back anything for the parts you spent. You're going to get the value of that car. So that being said, I don't know how you would even go about insuring a video game collection, honestly, when my insurance broker can't even tell me. So that's one reason I made this vid, is because if anybody out there truly does have their video game collection insured, I would greatly like to know the process that you went through to get that insured. Who appraised your games? Where did you have your games appraised? What kind of documentation do you have showing that you own these games, that these games are yours, that you purchased these games? What kind of documentation do you have that shows the value of these things? Some of us, luckily, have a year plus more of our videos on YouTube. So like I told him, if there was a fire in my house and I had this covered on a computer, he's like, I wouldn't need documentation. He's like, yeah, you would, but that being said, that item would have to be insured first. So some of us who have, years of videos, it's obviously clearly that these collections are ours. It's good to have those things, any documentation that you can have. But, if you guys do want to go get your insurance, your video games insured out there, talk to your insurance broker. If you don't have an insurance broker, maybe you can find one that's honest out there. But, like I said, I've known mine. He's been my dad's insurance agent for almost 25 years now or so, 25 plus. So I know the guy well, I know what he does, and he's working on it now. So I might get a phone call back from him, and I might find out more information, and I would love to. But yeah, but that being said, I'm looking into getting my video game collection insured, thinking about it, just kind of fishing around. Obviously, the best insurance that you can do is self-protection, so I'm keeping multiple things in mind, whether it's, keeping them in safes or whatever. We'll see what happens. And yeah, that's it for the question. So, if you guys want to respond to any of these tag questions, go ahead. But yeah, I would love to get all the games insured and just have them protected. But most stacks of this, if it really came down to it, you'd have to choose between storing your stuff in fireproof safes or enjoying looking at it. So, and I don't have the money to build a fireproof room yet. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for watching the vid. Peace.